Hey guys, what's up? This is J3553, and well, I've been playing Paragon for a long ass time. I'll tell you right now, I've been around since those early ass alpha days when you had to pay like 20 bucks or something just to check out all this alpha content that was still not even in production. You know, a lot of these minions didn't even have faces, and things like Orb Prime were still very much in alpha stages. And I've seen some things in these games that I enjoy and that I don't enjoy. Now, I'm a big fan of Fault. I think Fault is a great game. I think it's going in a great direction. I just think it needs a little push. It needs some criticism, some constructive criticism, and maybe some things that could help out, you know? Some stuff that might seem minor, but go a long way. Anyway, let me get in on this. Minions. Now, this is what I want to talk about today. Something simple, right? Man's best friend. They're like a dog to its master. Some of these evil masterminds, they always got to have some minions, right? The most powerful men have people under them, and these minions, they do some dirty work. They get their hands dirty. They're in there. They in there. Now, these minions, they can be heaven's grace or hell's scorn. I've seen some of these minions put in some work, some big damage, especially when they're all crowded around the enemy hero. But I've also seen them do some pretty stupid things. I'm trying to target this and maybe explain some stuff that has me concerned. Not a lot, you know, because there's only so much you can do, because obviously artificial intelligence isn't all-knowing, but we can get some stuff out of the way. Alright, so in Fault, these minions, they're kind of stupid sometimes. They run around in circles trying to get into position, and these sharpshooters, they're like always lagging behind the melee dudes. You know, these melee dudes, they're running in head first, Braveheart style. They don't give a fuck. While these sharpshooters just getting off the bench, feeling a little gassy. You know, one might put on a couple of pounds during the spawn phase, and it takes so much time away from pushing lanes and getting the game going forward, right? And then as soon as they get into position, because that takes a minute, sometimes they might circle around, they got to take a quick look, you know, lick the finger, feel the wind, then they start shooting at the closest possible target. Now, there needs to be consideration about how the minions are organized and how they navigate the map. You know, you can't have some lagging behind others. You got to have them as a unit, right? A well-oiled machine. Having shooters like loading their muskets and fumbling with the gunpowder and the little balls with each shot feels like so useless when you're trying to push a lane as fast as possible. And the melee guys, they're just on it. They're on it. You know, they're constantly swiping, constantly looking for a target. It feels like this could be optimized a bit, and we can get some game flow going where these minions actually help you push the lane and they're not just there as an obstacle. Aside from being stupid sometimes, god damn, they can be tanky as hell. I mean, early game, health seems fine, right? But why late game when I'm like three-shotting people with Murdoch, like any hero against me? Yet these melee minions, they're eating lead for breakfast. They're taking hits like a roided Wolverine, right? And this is absurd sometimes. I mean, I'm pushing the lane 50 minutes in, fully kitted, and I'm still having trouble with these guys. I think minion health needs to be looked at, and the way their armor scales or leveling scales throughout the game. There's no reason I can be a god of Agora with 15 plus kills, yet these minions are making me sweat harder than the 5-stack against me. Lastly, I want to talk about minion lives matter. Alright, you know, I'm playing Narbash and I'm using my healing aura, I'm using my speed boost, and none of these minions are reacting. What's going on? I mean, as Narbash, I'm rallying the troops, the entire team with my sick ass drum solos, but these deaf minions hear nothing. They aren't soothed by the sweet sounds of bloodstained leather being smacked by my dry ham bone. Are you serious? Minions need to be looked at, you know, given some ears by some sort of ear surgery doctor, I don't know, but they can be buffed, right? They can be buffed with some move speed, some healing auras, probably give them some cool colors or some visual effects indicating when they are sped up or when they're beefed up by, like, let's say Orb Prime or a hero ability. I think that would be pretty important in the way you can control the minion wave and control the flow of the match. Just my 2 cents. That's as far as my gripes go pretty much for the minions the way they are right now in this state of fault. I understand that the game that they're going for is to have a long first half and then a long second half, the prep stage and then the execution stage. And so you can't have minions being too overpowered or too underpowered. It's a sweet balance, right? But there are some things that other companies and other people have been taking steps to give minions a little bit more variety or of a role in the way the game goes, such as what Epic did back in the day when, as the time in the match grew longer, more minions were added to the wave, increasing the amount of push you had towards the end. It's things like this that can really help the game flow, and sometimes it's a little stagnant when as soon as you clear a whole wave, another one just comes in and it's just constant obstacles, and then the team's pushing on the left and people are fighting over here, and at the same time you got to get this jungle buff. There's just too many things to worry about, and these minions are just a hassle sometimes. I really think that can be optimized and it should be looked at. But in the end, I feel that this game Fault has a lot of promise. There's a lot of things you can do with it. There's so many facets, there's so many things like passives, actives, nuances that can be controlled that allow for a personalization and a special game each time you queuing up or whatever. So it sounds pretty tight. I really hope that these guys are listening and give the feedback necessary. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. This has been J3553, and just take it easy, all right, guys?